but I'm saying, like, if I were to say, I want to go get some cocaine, I feel, right? Let's say, these are the thoughts. Don't you ever have these thoughts, bro? No? Oh my God.
Cocaine? Here we go.
Don't say anything to see what your voice sounds like.
Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Kenya. Welcome to the This and That Chat. Show them your hat.
I'm still composing my throat.
Oh,
You said
compose away.
start. Right? And
Yeah,
then,
because you were like having a coughing fit right before.
and then you were like, just start. And then let's hear your voice as it goes through.
Yeah,
and then
but-
as soon as the theme music starts, you're in the middle of it talking.
I am?
Of course. If I hit record, you
Well,
know it's going to come
I
up.
can't see your hand. I don't know when. It's not like there's a little button here that says
You need
recording.
to, when I hit record, you
I
need to
See? Ooh. Ooh.
until I say, hi.
Let's get
I'm
some
Peter.
arrows in the chat.
Bring the arrows, bro. I'm done with this. You either wear headphones or you shut your mouth.
Whoa. Whoa.
Pick
That is the back pain talking.
right now. Pick.
No. I will do neither. You pick now.
You will do neither. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna hit record and not tell you.
I love that.
And then
You don't understand. Like everything that you think I hate, I love. I love not knowing that the camera's on. I love not knowing that the recording is happening. I just want to talk. I said, show your hat, bro. Can you show your hat? Like, I'm trying to be focused here.
you see
Isn't that, I feel like this is one of my favorite hats. Can they see it or no?
because you picked it.
It's because of what it says. It's because of what it says. Many times I feel sort of like, you know, just, I had Walter White in my mind, and I was like, that's not a good example.
That's dirty hands, dirty money.
That's dirty. No, that's probably clean hands because he's a chemist, right? So it was like very clean hands,
Bro,
very dirty
He was
body.
selling drugs, bro. It's dirty money.
And that's what I was saying is like,
So clean hands, dirty money.
that's what his hat would say.
They wouldn't be clean hands.
Everything was sterile that he was touching.
Making
Technically.
meth.
I get it, but everything was very clean. There can be no dirt, that's why it had 100% purity.
Yes, and how many
Almost.
and how many people
Or the most pure. What?
suffered at the hands of
Of
what was
course.
being made?
We don't want that is what I'm saying. I feel like too many people want that easy way, like just give me, I don't care where the money comes from. In fact, just this week, let me pause on that. Okay. I'm on my new ADHD medication, so it helps me to be able to pause and to refocus
So
myself.
liar. What are you talking about?
I wish you hadn't said that. And at the end of the episode, I was hoping somebody would say, wow, we can tell. And it'd be like, you're a liar. The end. I love the fact that you work with your hands and that your hands are super calloused. And the only reason your nails are not dirty is because you're obsessed with making sure that your nails are not dirty.
Yeah.
That's a quality most men don't have. Okay. But you're so anal about it.
Mhm.
I
work in the dirt.
Bro, I feel like your little white line on your nail is whiter than mine. Okay.
It is.
It-
And it's still right now.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something that's bothering you.
Right now, I'm itching to pause this thing to go and cut my nails, and they're not bad.
No, they're not. I feel like you cut them too short, by the way, also.
No.
Okay.
I have to do it that way.
Probably you have
You know how
to.
much stuff I get caught on? The last thing
Bro,
I need
but
is
it's
for
painful
a
when you-
nail to be caught. Remember what happened to me on the couch, and then it happened to you yesterday?
Which part?
Like last week, I was getting on the couch and I hit the bottom of our center ottoman.
Oh, with our feet.
Right. And
yeah.
then I literally split my nail in half and took a chunk out, like on the skin part. Okay. And then last night, the same thing happened to you.
Yeah, but I didn't.
But not that's bad.
No, but I didn't even cut it.
You just hit your toe?
I just stubbed my toe.
Bro, you told me like
I know.
nail.
Well, yeah, because I
Ow.
was looking at it. Look, I'm looking at it now, and it's like surprise. I was expecting it to be split down the middle. That's the pain, that's the pain talking when you feel that and you're like, surely my toe is gone.
Surely I've lost a leg.
But anyway, speaking of which, one of the beaches or ports that we have gone to on our stops on the cruise was in the news this week because the entire resort is a front for drug trafficking and money laundering. And
We should have known by the name.
no, bro,
Fricolandia.
that's crazy to me. And they said that they named it like that because it sounded like they were saying this is the place where you can party and get your freak on. And that's
No,
what
bro.
that's what the article said.
No. That's
Bro.
what hold on.
That's what the article
Hold on.
said.
It was named after
For Americans.
No, bro.
I think that was just for you to come drink and spend your money.
Look at you.
Landia.
It does not say anything about that.
Hold on.
Other activities, weekend reservations.
Not that, bro.
I know, I'm going through it.
See? It says based on available information, it's a slang term in the Dominican Republic for a place where people have fun and party. So, see? It's like, come get your freak on over here.
They could be, what's it
Look
called?
at this. Look, I'm just going to
What's it
continue
called?
in browser.
They could be, in trouble for money laundering and all this other kind of stuff, but it's open.
It's open. Look, it's the whole resort, okay, was used as a hub. Do you know what a hub is? That's your central point by a Dominican ring to ship cocaine to South Florida.
So it's not the resort.
It's the whole resort. The whole resort is a hub. So think about this. You've got all of these tourists coming and everybody's happy, right?
And the first sign you see when you get off is drug-free zone.
Yeah. Drug-free zone. Except I feel that there's people who know where to go and how to ask. Like, I think to myself, if I were one of those people who decided...
You get asked as you're walking down the street.
Not that I've noticed.
Bro, when we went to Mexico,
I only got asked by that weirdo about, do you want a tattoo? It's like, no, bro, I don't want to get hepatitis.
That was in the Bahamas. And then that was the guy with the tattoo on the actual the seawall. Mm-hmm. And then when we came out of Senor Frogs and we went over to climb up to that little gazebo area, the guy's like, hey man, you want some weed? And he was just straight up selling it.
So straight, yes, okay, that. But I'm saying, if I were to say, I want to go get some cocaine, I feel, right? Let's say, these are the thoughts. Don't you ever have these thoughts, bro? No? Oh my God. But I don't know about drugs. Probably, let me say, I know meth because of Breaking Bad. Mm-hmm. I know cocaine because, Scarface, and pretty much every movie has that. Weed. X because of Sopranos.
Keep going.
And acid.
Okay.
And Xannies. And what's the one that's killing everybody? Fentanyl. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what I know. Oh, and heroin. Oh, and there's one more.
Good thing you don't know anything about drugs.
But all of this was in Breaking Bad, though. Wait, there's an H. Did I say that already? No, that is heroin.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
even-
what she wanted?
Bro, you even have slang terms.
Oh, that's what Adriana would ask for. Just a little H. Wow, she was doing heroin? Bro, I don't know why I thought they were like little pills. Maybe they do come in pills. My point is, stop laughing at me, okay? I feel like there's one more that makes you have like psychedelic dreams.
LSD.
LSD. But isn't that acid?
It's a version of it.
Okay.
It's kind of like a in the family.
There you go. That's my extent of knowledge of that. Now, if you said to me slang terms for these, except the ones that I gave you, okay, I wouldn't know that you're offering me drugs. I would just say, I don't know what that is. I don't want it, right? But if, let's say, I did want it and I got off the ship, I have zero idea who I would go to. I would probably go to some man, mind you that I'd go to a man, right, who looks angry. I don't know why I feel like,
Because you watch too much TV.
bro, because somebody who's just standing there like, I can't be bothered. And just sort of stand next to him and be like, do you know where I can get the special stuff?
And
And
then
then
he's going to
see-
look at you and he's going to be like, this one's a cop. This one's undercover. This one
Not
doesn't-
here, bro,
this
in
one
a
doesn't know-
port.
This one doesn't know what she's talking about.
Bro, here's the problem with cops, I think, when they try to do these undercover things. No, I mean, in the shows. Because I think that in real life, these cops, they've been undercover for a long time that I don't even know if they know what side they're on. Okay? But in the shows, I feel like the problem is always the fact that they act too much like cops. Like,
Okay, can I talk about this? I don't know.
Okay.
Did we talk about this or not?
okay.
So there was a video of a guy who walks into an apartment building, right? And he's dressed in shorts, some sneakers, and a baseball jersey. And everyone in the apartment building starts saying, "Oh, he's a cop. Cop, you're dressed like a cop. You look like a cop. You're a cop. You're a cop." And that was the look. It was the shorts with the shoes and the baseball jersey. And I laughed so much at that because the guy was a cop. Okay?
Wow.
And I was like, bro, he looks familiar. And I couldn't think. And then I got home and our neighbor was dressed the same way. And he's a cop. I was like, oh my God. This guy, he
Bro,
hit him right on the nose.
It's the same, and I don't know if this is in real life or not, okay? But I feel like, again, and what they portray in the movies and TV shows that are supposed to be simulating reality, right? They're always in the dark van, the flower vans, the electrician van, the plumbers. Like, it's,
Bro, come on.
bro, it's too
No,
obvious,
it's not.
bro.
They're not in the flower van?
In the flower van,
Like a
bro.
flower delivery?
Yeah, and then you
No.
open it, and they're all like in their little computers, and they're like listening,
Do
and
you
it's like,
really think that that's what it looks like?
yeah,
No. Maybe in the old days.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know now,
Nowadays,
but nowadays I see like a little delivery truck that has no windows, and I'm like, either you're transporting illegal stuff here, right, or you're cops trying to disguise yourself. Like,
or you're just a regular guy.
who makes cars with windows that you can't see through, that clearly are not darkened?
They're not windows.
What are they?
They're solid closed off. That's like for work trucks. So people can't break into there and take all your tools.
Why even paint a window though? For example, Amazon doesn't have little windows. Amazon is just a box.
No, Amazon has the frame.
The freight.
The frame of where the window would be, but it has,
It does.
yeah, look at it next time.
Okay.
Not the box truck, not the one
I'm
that
saying
looks
the
like
box truck.
UPS. Yeah, but Amazon also is no longer, most of their trucks now are not those big box trucks anymore.
I guess not.
I haven't seen them I haven't seen them very
the
much
little
now.
vans are the things.
Now
that
they have
they're-
the little vans and they have the electric whatever.
Speaking of Amazon, I was going to ask you something since you were in the business for such a long time.
What business was I in?
Remember I used to say you were a drug dealer?
Oh, okay.
What business am I talking about?
CVS.
Right, pharmacy, right?
Okay.
So I read something today
Bro,
that.
I'm so confused right now.
What do you mean?
What does Amazon have to do?
You'll see right now.
Okay.
You'll see. Listen, my new medication's keeping me right on track, bro.
You're not getting it from that pharmacy. Go.
Okay, so hold on. Sometimes you just need to like land the plane. Why are you yawning? Can we clarify that it is the morning still?
Yes.
It is still AM.
I know, but we stayed up late for UFC last night.
Bro. And you took a massive nap.
No, it wasn't a massive. It was
Did
one
you stay
fight.
up super late after I went to bed? No?
Nope, I was gone.
Bro,
right
I
after.
was like, I
was
don't
gone
think
right
I
after.
lasted.
And I
I
woke up.
hugged you. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and I woke up at 7:45, so it wasn't that bad.
Wow. Anyway. Oh, why did we talk about something else? Hold on. Amazon. Okay, so I just read an article today that Rite Aid, they're done for.
Well, they were done for a long time. They got bought out by CVS.
I have to send you the article I read. Okay. CVS and Walgreens have all scheduled over 1,000 stores to be closed in 2025.
Yep.
Okay. So if Rite Aid was bought by CVS, they're doing terrible because Rite Aid filed for bankruptcy and Walgreens and CVS are following suit. Okay. And I'm thinking, they were saying that CVS, I want to say, has 9,900 stores, and they're planning on closing 1,000 of those stores. That's a big chunk. I know that almost 10,000 stores, you think maybe 1,000 stores, you're not going to feel it, but that's 1,000 stores.
The thing
Okay.
is that if you notice, look what CVS did. CVS started going into stores. Like, we don't go to regular CVS. Our insurance, right, forces us to go to CVS.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember the last time I've gone into a CVS building.
Because I wouldn't want to.
No way.
Their service was
Horrible.
absolutely terrible.
Horrible. So we go to Target, right? And at Target,
Actually, we would exclusively shop at Walgreens.
right, we always did, right, but our insurance
Forced
forces
us
us to go to CVS. And so
It
now
was a saving grace that CVS is at Target.
we have a CVS at Target. So now every time we go to CVS, we go home with the Lego set.
Stop it. So, Amazon, where does Amazon come in? I was thinking, this is a pharmacy, bro. Like, people are gonna need medication. If it's not that you're getting your medication filled, right? CVS and Walgreens, they're kind of like a small convenience store because if you're in a pinch and you need to grab bread and milk, you can get that at
Right.
Walgreens, right? But your over-the-counter stuff,
but even-
your shampoos, your makeup, like it is a very convenient store that every single time I've walked into our Walgreens, there's people shopping. Okay.
Yeah, but if you look at the, cause I was with CVS. I went into work with CVS when they purchased out Eckerd's. So for the people that are
I love
older.
Eckerd's. It's just because it's like a
yeah, so for the older crowd that's listening, right? We had Eckerd's around. Eckerd's then bought out part of Rite Aid, and then they ended up merging, and then they ended up splitting as Eckerd was trying to like save itself. But Eckerd got into some really big financial trouble, and then CVS came in and bought them out. So here in South Florida, they were converting all of those stores. And I got hired onto CVS because I already had experience converting stores because I did that with Winn-Dixie for such a long time when they were doing all their conversions. So I came on and I spent 2 years just converting stores for CVS. And what the old stores were compared to what they are now, it's a completely different world. People aren't going there to shop for their cosmetics and their all that other stuff. They're just that's not like a destination. They're going in there because they need to pick something up quick. That's not a sustainable business.
Well,
like, because
so
you're
this
not
is
going to have a repeat customer. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm out of shampoo. Let me go to Walgreens.
right.
Especially now with Amazon and with.
And there we go. Do you see where we came full circle? Do you see why Amazon made me think of that? Because my thought was, is this Amazon's fault?
Oh, most of the retail stores are Amazon's fault.
Bro, but
But we
to
went to
have
the mall.
one-
We went. What mall was it that we went to?
well, we just went to Dateland.
Okay, but Dayland was still kicking. Like there was a lot of people there.
Oh,
It was
you're
still
talking
moving.
about the one in Dania Beach?
Was it It was Dania.
Or Fort Lauderdale,
Wherever
something
it was.
around there.
That was such a sad.
I think we talked about it.
Did we?
I
don't remember.
I don't know. But
Like they had
something from Fallout, it looked like.
Yeah, so they actually took the remaining stores that were in the mall and they were pushing them all down to one wing. So they were literally moving stores so that all these stores would be next to each other. Just so that there would be a little bit of, because there was a
Movement.
Was it Books A Million that was there?
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was, right?
And they were already moving.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So Books A Million was moving, like they were getting rid of absolutely everyone. We never went across the street. We should have gone across the street. I wonder if they
hadn't opened yet, remember?
No, I know, but I wonder if there was
I also
other
wanted-
stuff
Of
over
course,
there.
Of course. Darling.
What was there?
Hobby Lobby, Marshalls,
Well, that's
Home
twice.
Goods.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We
yeah.
should have gone.
I don't remember what happened that we left from there.
Were we waiting for the kids to come? That was when they were coming to visit us?
No. No, this is where we just went. Oh, this is when we were in Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach.
And that was the nearest mall around.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I don't.
Anyways, it was the whole mall was just abandoned completely. And it was such a sad, like...
I think we may have been going home. I don't remember.
Yeah. We've been to Aventura Mall. Aventura Mall is...
I can't actually remember the last time we went to Aventura Mall.
Bro, we just went.
No.
It was right before I got my Meta glasses. Remember I tried the at the Ray-Ban store?
I thought that was at Sawgrass.
Nope. That was Aventura. Where we went to the Lego store.
That was, and then we said that we had been there before, bro. And I've been telling you.
That was when we stayed at.
Oh my God, you are right.
At the with the bougie, the bougie hotel. That was at Aventura, and then we went to Sawgrass when we went to go see the bull riding. And then we just went to Dayland on Friday.
Is Sawgrass or Aventura the one that you told me that you need days to walk in?
Sawgrass. Sawgrass is huge.
I feel like you haven't even taken me to a bookstore there.
I don't
And
even know.
there is one.
I don't know what's there.
We don't know what's there. Oh, we did say we wanted to go back because we want to try that restaurant.
They have. I know that they have like 4 food courts, and then they have like restaurant areas. So here's the problem with like some of these malls. So depending on where you're at, like Aventura and Sawgrass are 2 malls that are very close to the airport. So, and you can even tell because like you'll go into stores and like the first thing you walk into is all the suitcases because that's what they'll buy to be able to buy whatever they're going to get to take back to their countries. But that's what drives the business in these malls, right? And that's why they stay alive. It's the same thing. Like these people aren't coming and they can't use Amazon. It's not going to help them. So that's why they continue to have that drive, right? But like when you look at CVS,
Right.
Walgreens, Party City, Bed Bath & Beyond.
But so, again, like maybe I'm too simple-minded in this whole thing, right? And obviously, like I haven't sat down to do the schematics of it to really understand it. But what I don't get is how one company, one company can cripple stores as we know them. Like, is it really as simple as saying it's because of Amazon, or
So
is it more complicated than that?
what's,
Or
what
is,
is
I
something
mean,
what is something that you can now do at some of your favorite stores that you weren't able to do before?
some of at my,
Yeah.
okay.
Like at Hobby Lobby, right? Let me try and see how I can. Even grocery stores. We'll go down to the grocery store part of it. Like when you go to the grocery store, there's 4 parking spaces in the front. What does it say?
Oh, for pickup,
Yep.
like,
Drive up
yeah.
and pick up. Target is the same way. Walmart is the
That
same
was
way.
all pandemic stuff.
Yes, that all
So this is
created
5 years ago.
right. That made a huge push to the online. But if you order from Amazon, you could sit on your couch in your pajamas, eating ice cream, watching your show, and order.
Correct. However, for a person like myself, right? And I don't know what kind of category that is. I most likely am going to go to a bookstore and I'm going to order whatever I found there from Amazon. This is the funny part, right? But I want to be there and hold it and see it and feel it, right? And maybe,
Also-
and the only
also
reason I
known-
won't buy it there, which is interesting, right, is because it's $10 cheaper to buy it on Amazon. It's not $2 cheaper. Because for
Right.
$2,
But you
I buy
wanna-
it right here.
You want to know why? Amazon doesn't have to pay for electric bills in that building. They
But
don't
they're
have to.
warehouses.
Yes, but they have 100,000 different items. They're not only selling books. So Books A Million has to sell you the book at $10 more expensive because they have to pay rent. So they have to pay employees. They have to pay cashiers and all the other stuff that comes with, having a brick and mortar building. So Amazon gives you everything online.
Okay, but like
Well,
let's
here,
put Best Buy for example, okay? Best Buy, their big thing to you is if you find it on Amazon, we're going to match the price. Why isn't everybody matching Amazon's price then?
Yes, and guess what? Go to Best Buy.
Best Buy is empty.
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 And it is completely
Super
wiped
empty.
out. How are they still open?
That's what I want to know. How are they still open?
You don't see new Best Buys going up. You don't see
No, that's true. You don't.
You don't see half of these stores. They're not going up anymore. They're not making new stores. They're just using the space that they have. And like for the example of like CVS and Walgreens, like they're closing stores. They're making people drive a little bit further. If you need it and you need it that bad, just drive a little bit further, because they're gonna save, the payroll, and all they're gonna do is push the sales to one of the other stores that are close by. Because there was a point in time where there was a CVS down the street from each other, and in some places, very, very, very close.
I do think that generally online shopping perhaps got its boost during the pandemic because online shopping's been on there for a while, right? But like I'm thinking right now, our cleaning lady was having some business cards created, right? Because she's expanding into herself, which by the way, I got to tell you, I don't know if I had told you this, but she's like offering the service with her bringing everything to you. She's bringing like
All the cleaning
vacuum,
stuff?
cleaning stuff and everything. So it's not like you have to provide anything for her. That's like a full service.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she asked me for help to create some business cards, right? And she wanted them as fast as possible because she wanted to start distributing them. She's trying to get her business off the ground. And I'm looking, right? Because Staples, where do you find Staples? Office Depot,
They don't exist anymore.
right? So
You have the only place that we have that's even close to us is that FedEx printing place.
and
that's up in
FedEx.
That's up in Kendall.
Yes, I looked at UPS. UPS doesn't
They
apparently
don't do it anymore.
they don't do
They
it.
got rid of it.
Okay, so did you know
the UPS store? You can't take mail there anymore,
Right.
Because they got rid of that. You can't take. Obviously, I understand FedEx in the UPS store, but it's still business, right? They got rid of all that stuff. You can do Amazon returns there,
Yeah.
but like the store is just no longer what it is.
Right. And so guess what popped up as the place where you could go and either pick it up in store or have it delivered, right? Walgreens. Walgreens does your business card. They even have the template for it. You just have to fill it in. I mean, they do photos, so makes sense, right? So I go through the whole process. I do her cards with her, whatever, right? We place the order. She had asked me, instead of going to pick it up, if it can be shipped. Perfect. 2 days, right? By the end of that day, I'm getting a phone call from Walgreens saying, we never used this machine. And there's something stuck in it. We don't know what to do. We're so sorry. We have to cancel your order. And I'm like, bro, you're getting an order that was not $20, okay? You're turning business away because you don't even have people who
But they don't
know how-
care.
Okay, so yeah, I guess they don't care. But guess who does care? Not Amazon. Vistaprint. Vistaprint, that's exclusively what they do.
Yeah,
They
but
do
that's-
your folders, they do all
But
that
that's
stuff.
not their. That's not their. They're not making their money on business cards.
No, but what I'm saying is that they're set up for it. They will make it for you, and in 2 days, it was the same thing. 2 days, we're shipping your order to you.
Yeah.
Okay? And you know you're going to get quality. I even told her, it's a good thing that Walgreens didn't work out, because if this is what's happening, I'm worried that then you get your whole thing printed out and something's off and it's not right, and they're going to be like, sorry.
Yeah. Good luck.
And I was like, no, Walgreens is not for business cards.
I just had another thought.
Me too.
You're the problem.
Oh boy.
You are the exact customer that is causing
Oh, I love
brick and
this.
mortar to fall apart.
I love this. Okay, tell me. I was gonna say something else, but finish that thought, because let's flesh that out.
So, okay. Let's go to one extreme. So, we go do grocery shopping. We hate going to the grocery store, but you have to, right? Because you got to eat. Right? And yet, this week, you placed 2 orders with Walgreens.
Walmart.
With Walmart. You placed 2 orders with Walmart, because we have the Walmart Plus, which has been the absolute best thing ever. Because it's been years since we've been in a Walmart.
Thank God.
And I order like stuff for work, and all the cleaning stuff comes from
Yeah,
there.
all our
like,
dry
all
stuff,
like,
all the dried goods. Yeah.
Water comes from there. Like
The salt pellets.
yeah, like there's things that you just order and it comes right to the house. Fantastic. Walmart has done a really good job of transitioning into a mini Amazon. Right? They have catered to you because they understand that you don't want to go into their stores. It doesn't mean that they're not going to have people still go into their stores, because both our Walmarts here that are close to us, they have full grocery stores. They have clothing. They have everything, all the amenities that a Walmart has, right? And we like to go into random stores and do some shopping, right?
Well, that's what I was going to get
But
to.
we're not going to go into a Walmart, right? So what do? They created something that allows you to continue being a customer of theirs. And
But why won't we
it's-
go into a Walmart? Can we
well,
say
it's-
that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know your reasons for it, but I feel like for many years I was the one who had the bulk of responsibility to do the shopping at Walmart, right? Because I was the stay-at-home mom. So anytime that time of the week came, it was not something that we were doing on the only day that you had off, right? But number one, there's never anybody to help you. So you're looking for something, good luck. I would say to anybody shopping at a Walmart down here, maybe Walmarts up north are different, because I do feel like when we've been to Georgia, maybe even in the Carolinas, it does feel like they're friendly. There's people willing to help. There's people looking. But here, if you don't see it, just pretend it doesn't exist.
Well,
all right?
we did stop at Walmart in Cocoa Beach to buy the cooler. Remember? We just went in just for the cooler.
You're right.
And there was people everywhere
and you
to help.
said, wait, remember what you said when we walked in? You were like, why does this look so different?
Yeah, it
And I was
feels
like,
different.
because we haven't been here in so many years. You're right.
Yeah, but it feels different. It's clean. I'm sorry, but our Walmarts, they're dirty.
Yeah, no. Okay,
Like-
then that's the other thing, right? And then there aren't memes about Walmart people just because someone decided to make them. It's because they're real, right? And sadly, we've been hearing a lot of like, there's a lot of shootings and crimes that are going on at Walmarts recently. I don't know why it's Walmart specific, but
Target too.
yeah, now Target, goodness. But if I can't get somebody to help me and the lines are ridiculously long, they've taken away your self-checkout. Why?
Because people
Theft.
are stealing.
Okay. So the convenience of going in and out gone. Now you've got to stand in a super long line. Everybody's pissed off working there. Nobody wants to help you. Why am I going to put myself through that? Walmart Plus was their answer to that. I can now have you be the one to figure out where something is that I need, that I'm not the one who's over there looking for it. You're filling my order. You're bringing it to me. And you give me a time, 3 hours from now, perfect. No line. Do you know how much time that has saved?
Well, remember you used to do the orders and then you went to go pick it up,
Yeah.
and then I forgot why.
But that was pandemic started that.
right. But then even after that, you were doing it for a little bit.
Well, but for us,
trying
it
to
really
think.
pulls us out of the way. Because it's
To
not
go
like,
there?
yeah, either direction. It
Well-
pulls us out of the way to have to stop and go
It's
and
the-
wait.
I know,
and
but then you get there and like, there's people shopping there because the parking lot's always full.
always full.
You know, but even like you get there and you're just like I think we've done it a couple times where we're going to a specific store because we need to get something, and it's not, maybe it's not a need, maybe it was more of a want, and we've gotten there and we look at the parking lot and we're just like, oh no, no,
Do we have to?
this is not happening.
Let's come
today.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, hold on. Funny story for yesterday. Yesterday we were gonna go to do groceries. So we were having some work done here at the house because we had an AC vent that was having some condensation or whatever is going on, and we had somebody come out to do that work, and it was right in the kitchen. And we're like, we're gonna go do groceries while they're working on that. We're gonna bring home the groceries, and we decided that we were not going to go do groceries because we were just not wanting to do groceries at that moment to come home. We were just like, forget it. Just turn.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll just go home. We're not doing groceries. I'm just not in the mood to do it. Thank God that happened because we came home to the disaster that we came to.
Oh my God.
But who would have thought that a little 3 foot by 3 foot hole in the roof of the kitchen was going to make the absolute explosive disaster?
I mean, I feel like we have to go into it in a moment, but
Yeah.
finish your thought first.
But like, we decided that we would rather order pizza and not have to go to the grocery store, essentially, because we just didn't want to deal with a Saturday morning at a grocery store where lines are gonna be present.
I mean, but that's usually when we do our groceries to begin with.
Yeah, but
the
we
problem
usually-
is
sometimes
that
we've
we
gone
were
earlier.
short on time.
Yeah.
We had Cirque du Soleil yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to leave at a certain time to be able to get there for parking. And even then, normally we have to wait outside before the doors open, and we
Yeah,
went straight in.
We barely made it there.
Okay, so I feel like had we done groceries and then walked into what?
That's why my lower back and hip is hurting from those chairs.
Yeah, you were already tense, and then I feel like you tweaked.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I have a teeny tiny request, which I know is terrible. It's a faux pas.
I'll stop talking.
I need water desperately. Is it okay to pause just really quick?
I'll go, and you can talk smack about me.
I would like to be the one to go,
Oh, okay, go.
so that you can talk smack.
Oh, I
about
can talk.
me.
I can talk smack. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, my leg is asleep. It's like a little. We're good?
We're good.
Okay.
Go.
I'll be right back. You didn't bring me a water.
Oh, you had your coffee. So, can we talk about my latest obsession? Ketmi has actually jumped on this train too. I'm going to show you one of my recent extra points for who can say where this guy is from. I got caught.
Keep doing your thing.
No, I got caught.
I said I was just going to go get water. It's not like I was going to China.
I know. I was just talking a little bit about my our new little obsession.
Well, so can you tell me if I'm in frame? Because I don't know.
You are.
I don't know if I am.
You are.
Sorry.
Oh, makeup.
Sorry. I just felt a little. Do you ever feel naked without a little something on your lips?
Sure, give me some so I can put some on. Here.
Bro, could I paint your nails?
No.
Thank you.
Why are you gonna paint my nails?
Listen, so I've always had this thought that I would paint your toenails while you're sleeping, okay? And then when you get up in the morning...
I don't know why we've talked about this.
I know, we have.
On here.
On here?
Yes. I think it was one of the episodes that's not with video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if that's true, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to paint your toenails while you're sleeping. Because I imagine you getting up in the morning, because this is how you wake up. You're laying down, and then you sit up on the edge of the bed, and you're there for a while. I think you may even fall back asleep. Okay.
Sometimes.
And then finally, it's like, okay, the bear has to go, right? And I imagine you kind of like, right? You're going to go pee. Can't look at your toes there, right? But when you move away, as you're going to go get your toothbrush, you sort of catch a glimpse of something on your feet.
No, bro. When I pee, that would be when I look at my toes.
No, bro, because you're still asleep. So you're like peeing like this, right? You have very good aim. We'll just say that, okay? Because I just realized that I made it sound like maybe you would make a mess, but no, you have very good aim.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then as you're moving away, all of a sudden you would catch sight of your toes, and that would wake you up, and you would be like, "What in the hell?" And that I would have
What the hell?
I would have such a laugh that happened.
Do you know what would be?
But I have never done that.
Hold on.
Why?
You know what would be your lot in life?
What?
That you would miss the reaction?
No, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro. Hello.
Bro, if I ever wake up, hold on. If I ever wake up and I have my toenails painted, I'm putting socks on and I'm going to go sit on the couch. And I'm not giving you a reaction.
That's okay. You'd be going to work.
It's in my shoes.
Yeah, I know. But it's in your head.
No.
Yeah. Bro, how many
I'll
times?
get some acetone and just
Bro,
take care
listen
of it.
to me. You would be so mad. You'd be so mad. That's the only reason why I've never done it. Because I feel like it would be awful to start your day so mad that it's like, I feel like you already have so much stress.
Have you ever wanted to take a marker and draw on a sleeping person?
maybe when I was a kid. Maybe when I was a kid. I feel like as an adult, I have never thought about that. Drawing anything. I do find it hilarious when I watch videos of it, but not. I feel that to me, if you're gonna play a prank, it has to be a prank that can very easily be resolved. Like you said, acetone, it's gone. A marker is not gonna be gone like that. So that's gonna be there for a while. And it may cause a reaction. Like I'm thinking about all those
Bro,
things,
the
right?
pranks that we would do,
Shaving cream can be taken away right away, but not glue.
bro, the pranks that we would do. So, I grew up going to doing things with band, right?
So you went to like a camp.
So we had camps. We had we would go for like competitions, weekend competitions. There was.
Did you ever stay in a camp like the one they did in Parent Trap?
For Bible camp?
Really?
Yes, we were there for
little
the entire week.
Little
it was
cabins
fantastic.
like oh
Yes, and the best part about it was that we were separated by our age groups, right? And they would put all of the 8th graders, because no 6th or 7th graders were allowed to go to camp. The 8th graders were in one little separate spot, and then it was all the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders in the other room. And we would be pranking the freshmen all week, right? So the 9th graders. And we would not touch the 8th graders.
Can you tell me that line of things? Because I feel like I don't know it.
What?
What's the name of the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th? I know the 12th is senior.
Right. So freshman
is your 9th grader.
Yeah. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Got it. Okay.
So we would prank all the 9th graders, right?
And you were a?
I want to say I was a junior.
Okay.
The first year I went.
Wow, late.
Yeah, junior and senior year. And so we did the stuff that we would do was just ridiculous. We'd go in and we would tell the freshmen, okay, these are the only 2 toilets you're allowed to use. The rest of them are ours. If we catch you in one of ours, you're going to pay the consequence. And we would do things to them. And then we'd go in there and we'd saran wrap their toilet completely, so that if they go to sit down, they would hit saran wrap. Things would bounce back at them. We'll leave that to your imagination. We would wait till one of them goes into one of the stalls.
And you wouldn't get in trouble for this?
Who's going to tell on who? If a freshman were to tell...
Aren't there like people supervising, taking care?
Yes, but not in the rooms.
Where do they sleep?
They have their own cabin next door.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
And
that'd
then
be
the
weird.
stuff that we would do at night, in the middle of the night, oh my goodness. We took one kid and we duct taped him to another kid.
But obviously they were awake and they knew.
Well, so technically they were awake after we started duct taping him. So this is what we would do. So we duct tape one foot, right? Very quietly. You duct tape one foot. And then you'd go from the top bunk to the bottom bunk and you duct tape the other foot of the other kid. Okay? And then you had all the duct tape in between them that still was sticky. And what we would do is someone would grab the one that's on the top. Someone would grab the one that's on the bottom. We'd lay them on the ground, roll them together. So
are you talking about children?
They were 9th graders.
But so they are awake.
At that point, yes.
Obviously.
Yes. Well, when you pull them off, yes. But you already had them, their one
And they're
leg.
not screaming?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but then you put duct tape over their mouth. Yeah, it was mean. So we'd duct tape their mouth. We'd pull them off, put them on the ground. We'd roll them. And then we would take their 4 feet and we would duct tape 4 feet together, right? And then we'd duct tape their hands together. and then we would do duct tape across the middle of their body. So now they looked like mummies attached to each other. Okay? And then we would go stand them outside at the light pole that was right on the outside, and we duct tape them to the light pole. And we would leave them out there to be found to be found the next day.
Bro.
Yeah. It wouldn't last the whole night because when they came around to do the rounds, they would find them, and then they would come into the rooms and they'd be like, "Who did this?" And everyone would be like,
And what about them? They know.
"Oh, they wouldn't snitch."
Bro.
Bro, listen.
Is this
It's worse.
Bible camp?
Oh yeah. That was the worst. Bible camp was the worst. Band camp wasn't that bad. In band camp,
I am shocked.
in band camp, what we would do is we would
Bro,
sneak
they
out
could
of
have
the
been
rooms.
eaten.
No, because
Weren't you in a forest?
No, not in the middle of the woods.
Where were you?
It was like a KOA campground.
They could have been kidnapped.
No, bro, it was a
You
KOA.
packaged them up for them already.
No, listen.
Thank God there were no cell phones back then.
Oh no. No.
Oh my gosh.
In band camp, the stuff that we would do is we would just sneak out and go to each other's rooms and go out to the gas stations that were
I
in the
wonder
corner.
why. Why do you suppose that in band camp, what's the difference?
Shorter time frame. We weren't, so in band camp we would go for the weekend. Like we'd get there, Saturday morning, like super early Saturday morning, and then be there or on Friday night we'd get there because we have competition on
So you
Saturday
think
morning.
it's the length of time that you're with a group of people that makes you come up with more mischievous
and it's
plans?
different. And it's different though because there's. I hate to say it this way, but it was different personalities.
No, but that's true.
In band camp, you had people from all different walks of life. In Bible camp or church camp, everyone there had the same mindset, right? So
which was be kind
and all that kind of stuff,
and
then,
loving,
yes, and then the
do
pranks,
good deeds.
and then the pranks would be the thing. Now, I say all of that, right, to tell you that we did all of those pranks to the ninth graders with love.
Clearly.
Because we were training them, right? So we weren't allowed to go prank the eighth graders.
Oh, this was even younger.
Right. So we were pranking the ninth graders, but we weren't allowed to prank eighth graders. They were off limits. Okay. Our youth pastor was like, guys, we know you guys are going to do pranks. Be kind to each other. Don't be mean. Like, have fun, but nothing destructive. Okay. So the seniors, the 11th grade and the 10th grade would prank the 9th graders, right? And then we would send the 9th graders to go prank the 8th graders. And we would set them up with stuff. And we would do all kinds of it was bad.
I thought you said they were off limits.
They were. But the 9th graders wanting to be part of the group would do whatever we told them to do.
This is terrible. I'm in shock.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in shock.
How did we even get here?
Listen, at some point, you talked about camp.
Yeah.
Peeing?
Oh, yeah. That had to be it.
No.
Because I thought about
The nails?
Because
The setting up the pranks.
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it was.
So back to what I was saying before. Okay. Well, we're actually going to go back to what you were saying before. But I feel that I get so much joy just thinking about what the possible reaction can be. All right. That just thinking about it in my mind, like me, I just painted a very specific visual picture for you of how I envision you looking down at your toes and seeing it. And it could maybe not even happen like that. It could maybe happen right when you're in bed, whatever, right? The point is, for me, it got me to laugh. I found it hilarious. So just setting it up and having that play out whichever way it is, I feel like the joy's already been had. I already experienced it, even if I wasn't there. I feel that many times I have left pranks set up that I will never know if they played out or did not play out. But if they do play out, this is how I envision them playing
Like
out.
what?
Well, like I remember one time we were leaving an Italian restaurant, and as we were leaving and the couple was coming in, I was like, how do they run out of pasta, bro? Now we have to go somewhere else, like an Italian place running out of pasta. I just envision them coming in, questioning, right?
Are you guys out of pasta?
And then they'd be like, it's an Italian restaurant. They may never have even asked that question.
The joy you're having is too much.
Bro, it was so, to me, the thought of the person behind the counter looking, it still makes me laugh looking at them like, bro, it's an Italian restaurant. Of course we're not out of pasta. You know, and then let's take it even further, right? Maybe it was the wife who was like, ask. And then now he feels like an idiot. And he's like, I told you, you're always listening to other people's conversation. And now they have like their night spoiled just because of something I set up. Like, to me, the whole process is just funny. And whether it plays out or not, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't have to be there to laugh about it. And we'll see what happens, right? I watched a video of somebody putting fake outlets in the airport and people trying to, bro.
That's funny though.
If I felt like I could do it without being caught by a camera, because that's the thing. I don't ever want to be traced back
what are they going to do to you?
Maybe it's called vandalism of property.
Who knows? A sticker?
You put a sticker. Now we have to put Gooby Gone and you ruin the paint, whatever, right? And I'm just thinking, bro, that would be hilarious. And I don't even have to be there. Just the thought that I know that someone's going to go try to plug their thing in there. Oh my gosh, bro, that's so funny. That's so funny. But let's go back to what you were saying. You said, I'm the problem. I'm the reason why stores are crumbling.
Yes.
Right? So can you summarize what exactly the problem is here? Is it the fact that I'm not going in the store, that I'm choosing to do online shopping, or what?
That you're choosing to do online shopping.
Okay, but like I can't do online shopping in TJ Maxx or in Marshalls or something. Maybe they do online shopping.
No. I'm not saying that you don't go to any stores anymore. Mm-hmm. But the stores that you go to are specifically, you're going for certain things. And those are stores that are going to live.
Hold on. I just had like a light bulb moment. Okay. Those stores I'm going into, I don't need anything from them.
Right. You're just window shopping.
It's for joy. It's the pleasure of it. So the stuff that I do need, I don't want to go do in person.
Right. So here, because you already know what you want, so why do you got to go and stand in line and go deal with it?
Right. So I can just order
the convenience of it. And there's still things too.
The joy of shopping has returned.
There are some stuff that you go and look at because you want to go. You want to feel it. You want to see if it's the right one. You want to see if it fits the right way. We were at the mall yesterday, the day before.
Yeah, it's been a confusing week.
Friday. We were there on Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Friday. Oh my God, yes.
So we were there on Friday, and you tell me, I want a white shoe with a black stripe on it. And I was like, Adidas.
I love that you brought this story.
I was like, Adidas. You got to get Adidas because they have the 3 black stripes. That's what it is. They're pushing 2 type of shoes right now, but they have this weird like mesh looking type material that's on the front, and you're like, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not what I'm looking for. And you go to show me, you're like, look, it's in my cart already, the one that I want, and this is what it, this is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm like, order it. I'm like, why don't you just order it? No, because I don't know if that's the one that I want to do or whatever. And I was like, I would start going through it, and I'm looking at, verified the size, verified the color, right? And you have your Amazon, it's in your Amazon cart, and I hit order now for you. And you're like, what? And I went ahead and I ordered it because if that's the one that you're looking for.
How many stores did we go
visually,
to?
Yeah. 5 or 6?
Bro, every shoe store that was there. Every shoe store.
Nothing matched.
We even went to Dick's, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing.
We went to Dick's. We went to Foot Locker.
But everyone, you know what I noticed is that everyone carries the same.
Yeah, it's all the same stuff, just in a bunch of different places. And you had the one that you were looking for. And guess what? If it comes home and you look at it and you don't like it, you send it back. No money lost.
Right. So whose fault is that, though?
No, the problem is it's your fault for not wanting to continue to shop in the store. And Amazon is the genius for saying, we got this.
I mean,
we are
think
going
about
to
this.
make the adjustment, right?
No. That's where I was going with that. Think about that. They came into the game not needing to make the adjustment. They were the standard. No. They were always on site.
Amazon only sold books.
I understand that part. Yes.
And they saw the opportunity to go after this home delivery of goods. And then they just got better and better at it.
Right, but what I was saying is that they came into the game with an online model already established. I feel everyone else has had to play catch up.
They were advanced.
Yeah.
They were advanced in the model.
Because think about this. You say that they don't need to pay rent and all this stuff. Like, I'm interested to know, right? What happens to all of these Amazon warehouses? Does Amazon own the land and the space so they don't have to pay rent?
Of course they pay rent. But when you have
But they built it.
I know. But when you have... Yeah, but you still... This is our house. We bought this house. We pay a mortgage.
Right, because we couldn't pay cash.
Yeah.
I'm saying if Amazon builds it...
Ain't no multi-billion-dollar company paying anything cash.
I guess.
Everything is financed. It's better for them because it's a write-off. So, here's the thing. These places, right? You have sellers that are using Amazon and pay for Amazon's service to sell their product. So even though Amazon needs to put a whole bunch of money out to make things work, they get a whole bunch of money in to be able to sell for some of these other people. So what happens in those situations? What happens in those situations is the fact that they don't even need to try to make money. Like they're probably that's why no matter what you buy on Amazon, you can return it. You know? And the new thing that's happening now is there's a lot of like small like
third parties
and that kind of stuff that are trying to emerge. And that's happening because some of these small business owners that are using Amazon, they have to adhere to Amazon's return policy. But the one that takes the hit on that return is that small business, not Amazon. So there's a lot of videos that are out right now where the small business owners don't return stuff because the one that gets hurt is us. But here's the thing. If you're going to play in Amazon's world,
playground, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you have to understand that I'm going to buy something, and if it doesn't work for me, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to send it back.
Well, and I will say, obviously, in any store that has any kind of policy like that, people are going to take advantage of if you tell me I can return something, right? Because you used to tell me at Bed Bath & Beyond that they had a, I don't know how long it was that you could return stuff.
Lifetime.
And well, lifetime, not for everything.
For certain things.
Okay, and you told me
Cookware was
that
one of the biggest things.
Right, and you told me that they would burned on with food.
Destroyed.
Like that's not. I took my cookware home and it didn't work. Right? Like
But like
there, I feel
that
like
was with
people
Calphalon.
exploit the loopholes that there are for returns.
Yeah, but
But then you're
are they
costing.
wrong?
Yeah, I think you are wrong.
Why?
Because if you used your cookware and you forgot it in the oven and it got all burned up, right? And now you're going to take it back to the store and say it doesn't work anymore. That's your fault.
If the return policy says no matter the condition,
Bro, I guess. I don't
You're
think
not-
Amazon says no matter the condition, bro.
bro,
I don't
the
think
stuff
so.
that we would there was stuff that we would get back. Calphalon was the biggest one. We would get Calphalon cookware that was absolutely destroyed. And as long as all the pieces were there, throw it in a box, send it back, and you give the customer a brand new box.
I feel like
and they would
Craftsman
leave.
used to have that and not anymore.
Yeah, Craftsman doesn't do
Because
that
I think
anymore.
they got bought by somebody else and their
Yeah.
policy changed. But like, look, who was it? I feel, I remember when we went camping, and we bought the tent at Kmart. Granted, we didn't know anything about camping, and so we had water come in and all that stuff. We didn't know we needed to weatherproof it, right? But there was no putting it back in the container it came from. It was literally right and put into,
Well, you can never put that stuff back anyway.
I don't even know if we put it in a bag or whatever, but we took it back to them and said, this said waterproof and it is not waterproof. Okay. And they said, we don't take it back. We don't, it's already been used. And we said, where's the policy? Turns out they didn't have a policy. But shortly thereafter, no more returning tents, right? So this is one of those things where I feel there's exceptions to it. And then there's, for example, if you buy a Halloween costume and your intention is, I'm going to buy it and wear it and send it back, I can't possibly imagine that I'm buying somebody's used costume that they returned and they're selling back to me.
Bro, if you think that when you went into Party City, unless the
That's-
package was brand new, do you know how much, like, everyone
And
would
why is
try...
it I look in the back for stuff to pull out the new one that hasn't been used? If there's deodorant, if there's a perfume, I don't want anything that has been touched. I want it to be new, right? So what happens to all of these things that have been open? The company's taking some sort of a loss.
Yeah.
Not to mention the theft that's going on in all of these places. Can people steal from Amazon?
Yes.
So how is Amazon still going strong?
Because when you sell $1 billion, if you have $100,000 of loss, doesn't matter.
Wow.
Let's see. I wonder if... Hold on.
What are you wondering?
I wonder... Amazon loss. So they have 2022 and 2023. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. In 2020,
Okay.
in 2022, Amazon reported a loss of $2.7 billion.
2.7 billion.
This was
22.
a significant shift from the previous year. Wow. They made $33.4 billion. So what's 2.7?
For an investor, I'm sure it's something.
Not if you're making 33.4 billion. In 2023,
Bro, we're talking billions, bro.
yeah.
It's not even millions.
What? That is crazy. Okay, listen to this. In 2024, okay, their net income, that is after their losses.
You know
were
how I
taken
remember
out.
this? Between net and gross?
What?
A fisherman's net. It's actually what you were able to pull onto the boat that you're taking home with you.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never been able to understand the gross and the net. And when I thought about that, I know. Now I proudly say, this is my net income.
Listen to the shift.
Okay.
2023, the net income was $30.425 billion.
Okay.
In 2024, $59.248 billion. It was a 94.73% increase.
Wow. That's
I wonder what happened between 23 and 24.
I'll tell you.
They must have. Okay, what? What?
No, we keep politics off. But there was sort of like, change of...
Yeah, but hold on. There was something there, though, that increased their sales by 100%. They must have picked up something. They must have gone...
Well, when did the whole medical thing start?
Oh, that's true.
And medicine is a deep pocket business.
And Amazon also, like, when we're looking there, we're looking at Amazon as a whole. You're talking about Amazon TV.
Amazon is selling cars.
Everything.
Amazon is selling Kias. Do you know what it is to be partnered with them?
It's
Amazon is selling you homes, little manufactured
Have you
homes.
seen them?
Yeah, and they're amazing. If I lost my home and I had to go,
who had to put it, he bought one, the $20,000 one. Did you see that video? I think I sent it to you.
maybe.
So he takes it and it's like you push the walls when you go inside.
And he didn't even know there was extra rooms.
And
Is
he
that
was
the one?
like, he's like, why does this window go up against this wall? And all of a sudden he realized that you pulled this way and pulled this way, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
it created a whole other space. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it's like 580 square feet for 20 grand is amazing.
Amazing, especially
Kitchen,
right now.
living room, bedroom, bathroom.
A single person, even let's say a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredible. You've got
Yep.
your own space that you obviously, there's other things that you have to consider, like you're renting the lot and
Yeah.
maybe it's not hurricane proof, right? But
Yeah, and they say all you need is an RV,
what-
RV hookups.
cheaper than even renting an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing. Like I'm trying to think about a space that they're not in, and I think they don't have Amazon education in terms of taking
Amazon-
classes through them, but you can rent school books from them, because when I was in
Amazon
school,
is king. They're king. Amazon knows what they're doing. They have.
but is this a bad thing? Like, I feel that, like, I was thinking today, right? To me, it's shocking that places like Walgreens and CVS could shutter their doors one day, right? I feel like we can't possibly get there. But if you're going to keep 1,000 stores from you having 10,000 stores, and I can only operate 1,000 stores, I think at that point you sell it and you get out, because your ship is sinking.
Yeah, but you sell
Okay.
it to who?
Exactly. Okay. But wow, to have come from here and now you're having to downgrade, and what, you're spreading them further and further apart. I guess you're keeping the ones that are making the most money. I don't know. Eventually, whatever caused the disease to start is going to spread to you as well. But to me, I wonder, are we ever going to get to a time where we think, right? Wow, something that was so popular and so convenient for us as consumers, such as Amazon, right? I don't know if Amazon's a villain or not, but we now have no retail infrastructure, physical space, right? And we destroyed something we didn't even know these were going to be the consequences of it. Because besides the fact that people are losing their jobs, right, and nobody else is saying, "Oh, come work for us." And it's not like you're being swallowed up because of a merger. That's it. You've lost your job.
Here's the reality of how
Investors are losing money.
here's the reality of how things are changing. We've talked about AI for a few episodes. AI is going to make things much more streamlined, and there's not going to be such a huge need for people doing certain things, right? That changes the infrastructure of how the
Force looks, you're saying.
workforce looks like, right? But the reason why that has taken that direction is because everything else has also taken a change. So we're no longer in an era where you need to go you need to go to the store to get everything that you need. There are stores that are available because they still have a use. But like, things are going to change. Grocery stores will always be around. What do you see going up? Grocery stores. What's the
I
other?
don't know if they're going to be around the way that we think they're going to be around.
Grocery stores, there will always be physical grocery stores. I don't think physical grocery stores will go away because people still need to go and they still need to shop. And there's trades in there, like that are still are going to be alive, like the butcher, and like there's like certain things that need to stay because it's just maybe scaled down. Maybe the grocery stores get smaller. That is a possibility.
Right.
But I think that will always be there. But like, there are certain things that won't go away. Restaurants are not going to go away. Right? Doesn't mean that there's going to be the same amount of restaurants or the same, but they're still always going to be around. If you're a popular place and people like to go and eat there, people like to go and eat out. Right? But things that will go away. I don't think Walgreens and CVS survives. I don't think the drugstore survives. Why? Walmart takes care of it. Walmart is a drugstore.
How about GoodRx? You've got
Right.
already online places that.
But I'm not even talking about the prescription. I'm talking about the other stuff. You go to Publix and you've got all that stuff. You go to Winn-Dixie, you go to Target, you go, like, they take the place of those.
It can be
those stuff,
substituted,
right?
yeah.
So that's going to be, that's going to be gone. You're going to be able to see that shift is going to happen. We're seeing the shift even on homes. And you mentioned this when we were coming home yesterday. They're building this whole new row of homes on the turnpike coming home. And I said, man, those houses are huge. They're 2 stories and they are massive. And they're one right next to each other. And your comment was spot on. And they're like, and they don't even have yards because people don't want yards anymore. People just want to be in their room, cooped up, and enjoying the privacy of the house. They don't want to do interaction. They don't want to have anything that is outside of that. And that's where we're heading. There's a shift.
I mean, as long as your home is full of entertainment, why do you need to leave?
There is a major shift.
Especially
Movie
this younger
theaters.
generation that's coming up. That is the one that's going to occupy all these homes in a
Yeah.
few years and everything. I mean, the desire to meet people in person is I almost feel it's a rarity right now.
Yeah.
Everything is online. Everything from
is-
you ordering food, like our kids, right? On the side, they deliver for Uber and stuff. And what have they told us? Somebody down the street ordered something from a gas station. Okay? That is a bag of candy and a drink.
I'll go one step further. I don't know if Mike told you this. He picked up an order from a restaurant, okay, that was across the street and took it to the person. Like, they didn't even step out of their, like, it was literally, Mike said he parked his car at the restaurant and walked across the street to drop it off so that he didn't even need to cross the street in his car.
That's crazy.
That's the reality it's convenience. How can we make things more convenient? You know, and that's where we're kind of heading. You know, but
See, like, I
it's
don't know if I told you this or someone else, but I foresee a day where this is shifting a little bit, but I foresee a day where a communication, let's say from the president, right, or some local emergency or something is happening, right? I foresee a day where everyone's home has the capability because of how these new homes are being built, right? For this to be broadcast in every home, whether or not you're watching television. Kind of the way that we grew up, where at any moment our program could be interrupted by the
Right.
long beep, right? I feel that now your TV can just turn itself on.
they're already doing it with the phones for Amber Alerts.
There you go. So, but I'm saying, I don't know if your phone is off, if it'll still ring, but I feel like your TV could be off,
If you're
and there
if
will
you
be
have
a
your
way.
phone silent, it will ring an Amber Alert.
It'll ring anyway. You know.
You imagine this is dark thought. You imagine if you're the Amber Alert and you're hiding, and all of a sudden your phone starts screaming, and that's how they find you.
I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That is terrible. But anyway, you speaking about this stuff is, this entire week, right? Let me back up a little bit. For the people who heard our last podcast, I feel like a lot of people are like, what happened here, right? We said a title that was not the title, right? And they were like, wait, I'm sure they were waiting for that. We tried too hard, right?
Right.
And actually, I wanted to point
Hold
back
on.
to the fact that
We
it
actually
came
did
up
say-
afterwards, after we were done recording.
No. And we said it in the episode.
What?
When I heard it back,
When?
we said we're trying too hard.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I missed it entirely.
I know. I meant to tell you and I forgot to tell you.
Oh my, that's even better.
Yes.
So
But we
after the
named it something
episode.
else.
No, we didn't.
No, I know.
Oh.
We named it. We tried too
Yeah.
hard, but we said in the episode we're trying too hard.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember that happening, but the thing is that after that episode, we talked, and it was the first time that we have gotten to the end, and it became like okay, we need
Yeah.
and at the end, you and I said, bro, we tried too hard. And that's why we named it that. And it just so happened now that you said that we said it, but obviously
It just
they're going to
worked.
see it. But
What a
yeah,
mess.
that's what happened. And we also said they were going to be hearing it on a certain day, that it wasn't the day. But so in case people are wondering what happened, this entire week I had jury duty. Okay. So I'm going to get to that part, but I want to say I spent the entire day, every day of this week in the city. And so for lunch, or sometimes for these extended periods where we had to wait, there was a restaurant across the street from the courthouse where I would go sit by the window, which I showed you the video where the guy was making the turn and he got stuck. And I've always wanted to just go sit somewhere and just watch people and not be in a hurry to be anywhere and to do anything. Just like to have the time to just sit there and just watch people moving, you know? There's something that's pleasant for me, right?
People watching.
Yeah, but it's also like you're in your deep thoughts, right? And so then I had noticed from day one that there are these little robots with eyes. I took a video of it. I don't know if I sent it to you or not.
The delivery ones.
Yes. Okay. And on the top, like one of them passed by and it was like my name is Andrew or something like that. And they've got like the little eyes. I did a video. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna show you videos. Of
Okay,
what they
I
do to
did
them.
a video, and you'll tell me right now if I sent it to you or not. It got itself in position, waited at the crosswalk to cross, and then when the light turns green for them, which is walk, right? I have thought about this as a human, okay? that at the same time that you're being told you can walk, the car can make a right-hand turn. And now you can be in the crosswalk at the same time that they're making a turn, which to me doesn't make sense. How are you telling me I don't need to pay attention? I can walk.
Well, they're not saying that. They're saying pay attention, but
Exactly.
you can cross.
But how many people are walking around with headsets and they're not paying attention and they're riding a bike right across because it's saying you. And so what happened to this little robot, right? He goes to cross, and at the same time, a truck, just a pickup truck, is turning left in front of him. And the truck and the robot like just come to like a stop, right? And it's like the little robot is assessing the situation and decides like a person, right? Oh, I'm going to keep walking, right? And so it makes the whole crossover, and then the traffic keeps flowing. But I thought to myself, as I'm just watching it, make its turn and go deliver it, I started thinking, like, I don't know what it's delivering, if it's food, if it's papers, if it's like, I don't know what these little robots do, right? But I see people on the phone just walking by the robot, and here it comes, little Andrew, with his cute little eyes. And I'm thinking, we just accepted it. They introduced them into our everyday life, and now you're driving, and not only are you making way for the pedestrian that's crossing, you're now making way for the little robot that's crossing too. And you're walking by, and it's coming your way, and you're like scooting out of the way to not run into a little robot that's just running around doing the job of a delivery kid on a bicycle, probably.
I'm going to show you the videos of what they're doing to them now. So people, when they see them on the street, they go and they make obstacle courses for them.
Bro.
So they like put stuff all around them to make them have to like maneuver and move and shift and do all kinds of stuff.
Right. And so then you're telling me that, right? And I feel that everything is at a it's funny stage right now, right? But if you step back and you think about it for a moment, that used to be a person.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was saying AI has taken over a lot of stuff.
Right. So not only, okay. So like we're also watching Alien Earth, right? And in Alien Earth, they're introducing cyborgs and hybrids and synths, and it's different because I feel like all this technology in real life, right, is being merged to where you have a robot that would do something, right? But if you're able to put artificial intelligence now, it's a robot with artificial intelligence. So is it a cyborg? Is like things are getting blurry and everything's sort of bleeding into each other, and they're all enhancing each other at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying, right? But as I'm sitting there watching these little things come and go, I thought, man, if you look at the premise for any of these futuristic movies, right? It all started like that, where the little robots were just, the little robot helpers. And now you fast forward, it says, 20 years later, and the world is gone dark. Everything is destroyed, and there's a war between the humans and the robots, right? And that's all the movies, right? And I'm thinking, is this where it started, right? With people just accepting the fact that they were going to be part of it. Not that there can be an uprising or that you can fight against whatever powers be that introduce them into society. But the thing is, not enough people objected to it.
Right.
I'm sure they're serving some purpose, right? And I was thinking, it used to be a human who was riding a bicycle, making a delivery, a telegram, whatever it was in the old days, right? But that human could be hit by a car. And now you've got someone who has medical bills and who's out of commission. There's so many other things.
Now you just get a new robot.
Now you just get a new robot, right? So if you hit it, I don't even know how that works. What if it hits you? Does it have insurance? I don't know.
If I hit a robot, I'm driving.
But But the thing
I'm
is,
not
it
sticking-
recorded.
I'm not sticking
It recorded
around.
your truck. It recorded your face.
And
It
what do you want
recorded
me to-
everything.
what do you want me to do? Give it CPR?
You know, it's just it's weird times that we're living in. But to wrap it up, right?
Yes.
I did want to talk about my week in the city, which was surreal because I am not a person who does anything by myself. I don't enjoy that, right? It's not that I can't. I think I talked about this on the podcast once that I went to lunch by myself and I hated every moment of it. Okay. The only thing I enjoy doing by myself is going and window shopping, right?
Right.
Because it's just like I disconnect, I'm just enjoying. I can do that by myself. But making the drive into the city every day, maneuvering parking and only one way and all these buildings and everything, it was very overwhelming and very surreal at the same time that I was doing that by myself, that I was walking down these little like behind buildings where there was graffiti all over the wall, and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure this is not a safe place for me. And yet I'm walking like I belong here, right? Everybody else is walking fast. I'm just trying to keep up with this guy who's walking super fast because maybe if something happens to me, he can be within earshot and I can yell for help, right? That's all I was thinking about.
You were looking like, let me keep close enough just in case.
Just in case, right? And you know I don't walk fast, right? But I had jury duty that I postponed because I was first called in April and it was the first day of our cruise. So I had told them, hey, I'm gone. Can it be postponed? With so many days in the year, I did not think it was going to land on another vacation, which was the very first day of me being in the land with my family in June. Okay. So when I get the second thing, okay, here you go. I write them a very long letter, right? No, it wasn't long. It was short.
That's
to
why
the
they
point.
chose you.
Oh, no way. No
Bro,
way. I'm going to
sure
say what I wrote.
They looked on that paper and they said, postpone twice, huh?
Listen.
Sucker!
Listen. So, no, because I'm going to say how I could have gotten out of it. So, I sent them a letter saying, I'm sorry, I'm requesting this to be postponed again because I'm going to be out of the state during this time. All right. However, I'm very eager to do my civic duty, right? And there are other days in the year that I'm also going to be out of the state. So let me send you my itinerary for the year. And if you can select any other time that is not within those days, I am more than happy to
And
go
they
do
said,
my jury duty.
Right here, sucker.
Right here, right? So August 11th, it was August 11th. Bro, I'm going to remember this week because something that I have never been able to tell anybody is that I've wanted my whole life to be picked to be on a jury. To me, it is so unachievable. Like, it is not something that you can go and apply for. You can't request. It's not a lottery that you just happen to win. You have to be chosen. And I don't get picked for anything. Okay. I am the person that people can remember was there, but nothing really stood out about her. And that's exactly how I like things to be. Okay. So for this, I'm going to confess, I did a Google search to see how can you be selected to be on a jury? Is there a website that I can go volunteer my services? Right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Did Google initiate this? I don't know. Because I have never gotten a jury summons. I haven't never. Oh,
Sure about that?
last year. Last year was the first year that I got a jury summons. And when the first day came, I got a text that said you do not need to show up. So I didn't even need to go in person. It was just, you don't need to show up. You are done with your jury service. You, on the other hand, every year you get a jury summons every year. And I'm like, wow, see, even when you have a choice to pick from Zamora, you don't pick me.
Yeah, but see, even when I went, the couple times that I went, only one time did I sit in front of the judge.
I know. And wasn't I with you? No, twice. I feel like
No.
you've done that twice.
Oh,
Because
wait,
I
hold
was
on,
with
hold on.
you once.
Once,
That was my favorite time, I want to say.
because you were literally about to pop.
Yes, with Michael.
Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't look it. If you didn't see my stomach, you couldn't tell I was pregnant.
Right.
And I feel like we
Yeah.
embarrassed him.
Yeah, he's like, are you?
I'm
he goes,
sorry,
do
ma'am.
you have anything to prove it? And I was like, well, my wife. And you stood up, and he's like, oh yeah.
No, because I remember he said, I'm sorry, ma'am, to ask you to stand, but could you stand and show the court? I think he wanted me. He thought probably I had like this teeny tiny. No. It was like, and he even was like, whoa, yes, you are excused.
And then the other time was in the same court that you were in.
But this was in the Keys, bro.
No, the
The one, no, the
where you
one
were
that,
pregnant.
where yeah, because they didn't allow me to go inside the courtroom with you.
No.
So this was
And then
different.
in
Here.
the one here,
Mm-hmm.
that one I went all the way to the judge, and I was asked questions and all that kind of stuff, but they didn't pick me. And then all the other times, I never sat in front of anybody.
Right.
They just would come out and they'd be like, "Okay, we don't need you guys. Go home."
Go home, right?
So-
Right. So I feel that because I wanted to be picked so much, I was not going to be picked. Because for me, historically, I feel that anytime that I want something really, really, really badly, I don't get it. Okay. So I filled out my questionnaire. I gave my job hey, this was very different than the jury summons I had last year, because last year it was a different paper. It may have been a lower
Right,
court.
because this was federal.
This was federal. I don't know what that would have
I
been.
think it was like, yeah, but that
A
one
circuit
was just
court?
circuit
Oh, okay.
court, small court.
Right. So this one was you're on standby for 2 weeks. You have to call in every night and all that stuff. So with my job, it was interesting because I'm the only person at my job who does my job. So you have to find coverage for me. And if I don't have to go into court, now I come into work, but someone's already doing my job.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, right? But regardless, I felt like, you know what? Monday morning, they're going to tell me I don't have to come. So I made a hair appointment and a nail appointment thinking, by noon I'll be out and, because they sent you home and all that stuff. And on Monday, they're like, okay, like all of you are going in front of the judge. And I was like, I don't remember Peter telling me it was like that.
And they were
Okay.
all late days, especially.
Bro, you're getting ahead of my story here.
Sorry.
I'm getting there, okay? Sorry, I'm savoring it. This is the last time I'm going to live it, okay? I'm never going to be chosen again.
You may need to finish the story by yourself.
Oh, are you leaving me?
I'm done, bro.
I'm sorry.
My back is like.
I'm sorry.
I'm hooting and
The
hollering.
end.
No, go.
I'm sorry.
You're telling me a weak story and
sorry.
like.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm telling it to you in just very quickly, I promise. But anyway, so everybody who I have spoken to told me, get out of it. Try to get out of it. Someone even told me if I acted a little bit crazy, they weren't going to choose me. And obviously I couldn't say to anybody, but I want to be chosen, right? Mostly because I'm such a curious person and I wanted to see, could you truly be impartial? Can you truly weigh both sides? Like, if my freedom depended on someone else making that decision, will I be able to look into the eyes of the jury and say, I know that they're trying hard, or they don't care, they're getting paid for it? I don't know. I didn't know how the whole thing worked, right? So I thought to myself, there is no way that I'm going to go make a fool of myself. All right. I'm going to answer my questions honestly. If I'm asked to give a viewpoint, I'm going to give it honestly without trying to sway them. Yes, please choose me, or don't choose me. And then the universe will decide. The end. Right. So when I go there, immediately, I was number 15 out of 30. Okay. Immediately, when they start going down the line, right off the bat, the judge had said, by the end of today, I'm choosing 8 of you. Okay. This is not going to go any further than now. And we're going to get started today. So there's a timeline that I have. And I will select 8 of you. And I'm thinking number 1 and 2 and 3. And everybody else is making themselves look crazy, sound crazy, act crazy. I'm thinking, bro, by the time that you get over here, I may get selected because everyone else is sort of disqualifying themselves. Okay.
Did any of the people before you get selected?
There was two people who were, I think
Before.
she was 3 and he was 10 that got selected. And then everybody was either in my role or after. Okay. But the judge had said that we were going to be the lucky souls that got selected, right? 8 of us. And he said, I know that you are going to think my life is over. I hate my life and all that stuff. But at the end of it, you will. And I was like, you don't need to sell me. Like, that's worse that you're telling me that because it sounds so amazing what you're saying to me, right? But I will say that as I heard people try to get out of it, it wasn't even like, listen, I have a sick child at home and I have to be with them, or I don't have a job and I'm currently trying to search, I'm about to be evicted. Nothing that seemed like, bro, like this person really needs to go. It was very blatant. I don't want to be here. Okay. And I don't know. I can't be impartial. I can't rule fairly. I'm going to fall asleep in the middle of it. So you're going to have to repeat yourself. It was just so blatant, right? That I thought to myself,
With no regard to the process.
right. Okay. I thought to myself, God forbid that I'm ever in a situation where I need a jury to be selected for me or a family member, right? And everybody's trying to get out of it. Like, this is a process that not every country has. And the fact that people volunteer their time to listen to your argument, to decide in whether or not in your favor, right? I don't know. Like, to me, it's just such a sacred duty that this is where people are like, bro, you're too over the top.
Yeah.
You're romanticizing it, and it's not that big of a deal. It is that big of a deal to me, right? So we move past that. He comes to me, and mind you, everyone else got asked what they did for work. Everyone else got asked what their children do for work if they're adults, and what their spouse
Bro,
does for
they
work.
knew you already. They're like, this is the
Bro,
one.
I am the only
canceled-
person who did not get asked any of those 3
Because
questions.
They already knew everything about you. They were like, this is the one that tried to get out twice. This is the one that, yeah. And they
Bro.
were like, she's going on this jury.
He literally only asked, do you feel like you could be impartial? Can you follow my instructions? Blah, blah, blah. Is there anything that's keeping you from being able
You
to
said
serve?
there was a questionnaire that you guys filled out before? Mm-hmm. That's probably why. All the other ones were trying to get out, and you probably didn't put anything that would show that you wanted to get out.
Yeah, I put a lot of NA because it just didn't apply to me.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You were a neutral party. You went in there with what they needed. So,
I guess.
Can you
I
be
guess.
impartial? Yes, you're in.
And I was like, dang, I didn't
other
even
ones
get
were like-
asked anything.
The other one's like, well, the thing is that when the thing is, and the
Well, no, and here's the funny part is that these people would answer all the judge's question, and then he was ready to move on to the next one, and they'd be like, excuse me, sir, right? Nobody called him your honor. I was like, bro, do these people not even watch TV? Don't you know? Okay. Or they were sitting and...
would he correct them? No?
No.
He probably
he
has
did
to
not.
deal with that so much.
Probably he does. Probably he does.
I have to text Ismail.
Okay. I'm literally wrapping up. This
Go.
is the end. Okay. Fast forward 3 hours later. I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm super, super excited. But
Let's go.
as I wrap up, okay, I can't believe that we're at the point where the lawyers are asking questions, and they said we have specific questions for specific people, and they called juror number 2, juror number 10, right? And they skipped me. they go to this one over here because it was 3 different lawyers, and this lawyer only had questions for these jurors. And I'm counting, okay, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm like, oh, 8. And then one more gets up and says, I have a question for juror 15. And I was like, me? Okay. I was like, okay, me? Wow, that's me, right? And I'm like, calm down, calm down. All right. And then they ask me, and I'm like, but I'm 9. Like, they already had 8, right? I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's not 8. They're asking more,
they're
right?
Extra, whatever.
And so they pull us all out, and then we wait, and then they bring us all back in, and they say, these are the people that have been selected. And here is juror number 15. And I was like, no way. I got chosen, right? And it's one of these things where I wanted to share it with somebody to cheer.
You know what I'm
Because I
curious?
texted you and I was like, they selected me. And you're like crying faces. Oh no.
Well, you were getting home at 8:30, bro. That sucks. I'm curious. I wonder who wanted you. Prosecution? Or
It was
defense?
well, remember, it wasn't a criminal case, so it's different. The defendants are the people who are being sued, so it was the lawyer for the defendants
Okay, so that's
who
what I'm
wanted,
saying. Which side?
asked.
I wonder which side was it that wanted you.
right? So it was for the people who were being sued.
That's who.
It was
you?
their lawyer who
picked you?
he was the only one who asked
Got it.
for that for me. That's it.
He had you pegged.
Wow. So crazy, right? We go through this whole week where the judge did try, I think he was trying to help us not be in traffic so long, right? So he said he wanted to start late so we didn't have to get the morning traffic, so we wouldn't be needing to start until 10:30. However, that means for me that I have to get up still 2 hours beforehand to make the traffic up there, park and be seated, right? And then that we would be there every day until 6:30. But 6:30 means 8 o'clock getting home, right? So yeah, that sucked. It was the first week of school. So all of these things come into play. A lot of people could say a lawsuit is not really like, that's not exciting at all. Bro, I feel like I came into it like a little kid at Christmas, just so excited to even be chosen to be part of it. To think that I could have any sway on anything that was happening, right? And then the judge was, what an experience for that to be your first time in that process, right? To have someone who was also a teacher. So you feel like you're learning, and he's not rude or
Right.
anything, so cordial.
He wasn't just procedure. He was
Right.
like, let me walk you through the process so you can
Right.
understand.
So kind to the jury, so nice, funny, like all that stuff, right? So charismatic. Turns out that he's the youngest judge that's been appointed here in the Southern District of Florida, right? Ever. So just such a mind, right? Then to watch the process and to be part of the process, to me, if you take away the fact that I was scared that I was going to be kidnapped on the way from the parking garage to the courtroom, or the fact that I had to sit in 2 hours of traffic both ways every day, that was the one of the most memorable experiences that I will ever have in my life. It was amazing. And the only complaint I have is that those chairs were awful. I was in so much pain sitting in those chairs. So much pain.
Not built for comfort.
But they were like this. But many butts have sat on there. That's all
I'm
will
saying
say.
they're not built for comfort.
I guess they're not. But I was thinking, man, if you had chairs like this. So it was a long week. So all that long story to say, we couldn't record on Thursday because there was no episode to put out on Thursday. So you saved
Right. Well,
that
we recorded.
episode for here, and that's why we've gotten to the mess. And here we are at the end of another episode, and we have had 0 cling for a name. So this one shall be named post episode
Why post episode?
because we don't have anything.
Oh, we'll be naming it post episode.
Post episode.
What if we name it post episode? That's the name.
That's it. Okay. There we go.
post-episode.
Post episode.
There you go. You're gonna have to wait until the last minute of the episode to finally get to the realization.
Bro.
Too funny.
Bro.
Post episode it is.
You misunderstood what I said, but it worked out.
It worked out. Okay. All right.
All right.
I need to get out of this chair.
I know you do. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've talked so much today. And I want to say what it is. I want to say what it is.
And you're going to keep
Sorry.
going?
It was the chai latte.
I'm gonna
It was
sit down.
the chai latte. And it was the caffeine in the Excedrin pills. Because I have, See, you're getting a real live look at, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, that bookcase is going to come down. We didn't even talk about OVO or our new room that we're doing. Anything. I know.
No, we're not talking about the new room.
No, we're not. We're not.
The pain.
The pain.
The pain.
Poor thing. Let me go massage you.
I'll take a massage.
I love when you let me massage you.
Okay.
I always imagine that I'm the one getting massaged.
I hope you like the episode.
Bro.
I hope you like the episode.
Oh my God.
Goodbye. I'll see you next time.
Poor thing. Did you even tell anyone you tweaked your back?
No.
That's oh.
All right. Hope you like the episode. See you guys next time. Like, share, subscribe, tell people, all that good stuff. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye now.